Until the woman saw her husband happily marrying another woman, she finally realized how deeply she had hurt him before. For the sake of her first love, she didn't hesitate to trample on her husband's dignity. Not only did she fail to see her husband's sacrifices for the family, but she always treated him like he didn't even exist. 3 years ago, the woman and their son were kidnapped while traveling abroad. The man barely managed to scrape together $2 million to pay the ransom, but it turned out her first love was there too. The kidnappers demanded another $1 million, but the man had no more money left. Seeing this, the wife knelt down and begged her husband to swap himself for her first love. She promised she would come back and rescue him as soon as she got home, but the three of them left and never came back. For 3 whole years, the man endured inhuman torture abroad, but his wife never showed up. 3 years later, he was finally ransomed back by his family, but it wasn't his wife. It was his father, the president's butler. The butler found him and asked him to think it over, to come home and inherit the family business, and to give up on his wife and son. But the man said he had given 23 years of his life and effort. He couldn't believe his wife could be so heartless, so he decided to go home first. But as soon as he got home, he found her first love was there too. He sat down and questioned his wife about why she never came to save him, but their son spoke up, blaming him for not being understanding, saying it took time to gather the ransom money. At that moment, the wife's first love explained that he had told the woman to keep the money to run the company, since the man wouldn't make much money even if he came back. The son chimed in, saying his dad was just a burden, and the only useful thing he had ever done was being traded for mom's first love 3 years ago. The woman told her son to apologize to his father, but the son insisted he wasn't wrong and walked away. The man thought about all his years of hard work for the family, only for his son to see him as a burden, and his heart grew colder. So he called the butler and decided to meet. The butler brought a contract and added a condition. Once the man signed, he would have to give up all his current social ties and marry a chosen match as soon as possible. Just as the man was about to sign, his son called, urging him to come home quickly. Hearing the urgency in his son's voice, the man gave up signing the contract again, saying he'd decide after he got back. But when he got home, he saw his wife's first love lying on their bed, confessing his love to her. When she saw him come in, the wife finally let go of the hand she had been holding. She explained that her first love had gotten drunk while discussing business, and she didn't feel comfortable letting him go home, so she let him stay at their place. She even made her husband sleep in the storage room that night. But the woman's first love still wouldn't give up. He sent the man all the photos of her taking care of him, just to show off. He even confronted the man in person, telling him to his face that the kidnapping back then was all his doing, and if the man hadn't come back, the woman would have married him already. Hearing the woman calling for him, the first love, wanting to prove again that she would still choose him after 3 years, slapped himself, fell to the ground,